Hello and welcome to Fool Me Once, a show where we discuss the spectacular devices on your wrists, pockets, and homes, all while we uncover the hidden impact they have on our lives and in society. We will also be drawing parallels to a system of rule long thought to be dead. But you don't just jump in the water first, no. You have to wade in first. Imagine you've just arrived in Mombasa. You exit the train and feel the heat embrace you like a hug. You leave the Mombasa terminal for your accommodation, and as you travel, you open up Google Maps to see how long it'll take for you to get there. You see the traffic patterns of red, greens, and yellows that tell you you'll be in your room in an hour. And you think to yourself, that's not that bad, but how did Google know where all the traffic is? On your way home, you drive by a Pizza Inn. And as you start to feel hungry, just then a notification pops up on your phone. Lucky you, it's from Jumia Food reminding you of an offer. You think, I'm so hungry, and you order lunch. After all, it'll be nice to have something to eat when you get home. But how did Jumia know that you were hungry? On the way home, the driver asks what you would like to do whilst in Mombasa. You say you don't know yet, and he offers some suggestions. There's Hala Park, there's Butterfly Pavilion, there's the beach, of course, and you express your interest, but really, you want to get back to your phone. You open Instagram and you begin to realize that all the sponsored posts are now Mombasa specific. In fact, some of the posts advertise the activities the driver suggested, while others are just right for you. You think, let me plan my stay, and you forget to ask how Instagram knows you so well. Perhaps this is all a coincidence, but every day a coincidence? How can your phone always know where you are, what you want, when you want it, and how you want it? How can these apps know more about you than your own parents? On the one hand, yes, it is incredibly freeing to be so well understood all the time. On the other, this understanding can only come through surveillance. Your phone, your laptop, your smartwatch, whatever, understands you all the time because it's listening all the time. It's watching, it's learning, it's absorbing your life through the data you give it. We are all aware that this is the price of convenience. Free applications that help you maximize and seize your life connect you to the world in exchange for your data, in exchange for everyone's data all the time, but nobody makes a fuss. This wasn't the way it used to be. The old internet was beautifully chaotic. I'm sure for those of us blessed with an internet connection in the 90s, we are very familiar with this sound. The old internet was genuinely free, and users paid for certain services that are now free. Things like search engines, email accounts, and social connection. It was, and in many ways is, a whole new world, filled with opportunities for everyone, and so everyone dove in. But how to make money off this new medium was quite unclear. But we, as internet users, were the answer to that equation. Today, whenever we would like to use an internet service, we leave a little something behind. Information like where you come from, what device you used, where you went to next, and how long you spent on each page. This information is only valuable if it can be extracted and used. And extraction is only possible through a little nifty thing called a cookie. Their job is to watch over you as you browse a page and follow you when you leave. It's why you never need to log back into your email or wherever unless you explicitly log out. Cookies store all this information, including what device you used, your browsing activity, your preferences, your IP address, and your location. And every single device has hundreds of cookies, several for every website you visit. They are to the internet what oxygen is to the planet, absolutely essential. But what are they for, and are they really everywhere? Yes, they are everywhere, in the apps you download and the websites you visit. But what are they for? To get information on you and only you. Information about your life, your history, your personality, everything about you. Now, don't you feel special? The cookies used by Airbnb, for example, collect information about the device you use, including unique identifiers that are specific to your device. These cookies also collect information about which sites you visit before and after you've logged off of Airbnb, even if you haven't created an account with them. What's more is that everyone's favorite frenemy, Facebook, also collects information like this. Their cookies collect information about your device, like battery levels, signal strength, and which apps are open at a given time. All this information is processed and turned into predictions on your future behavior. Behavior like the movies you would like to watch, the clothes you want to buy, who you're most likely to vote for, and what kind of content you respond best to. Do you more like angry rage posts, or do you love cute memes about puppies? And then this information, these predictions really, are sold. They are sold to advertisers, political campaigns, elected officials, anyone that can afford these insights so that they know who to target, when, and how. And to keep these predictions ever more accurate, companies like Samsung, Facebook, Microsoft, Amazon, and Google need more and more information about you, hence more and more trackers in our devices. But then insurance companies, car companies, kitchen appliance manufacturers, and toy companies are transitioning from making great products for you to collecting great data about you. This has become an imperialism of a new kind, perhaps of a more permanent kind. Now, the parallels I draw to colonialism and imperialism in particular are not for impact, but to call a spade a spade. Though traditional imperialism may have died, its functions live on. We now live in a world where our everyday relations with data are becoming colonial in nature. That is, they cannot be understood except as an appropriation. If historical imperialism annexed territories, their resources, and the bodies that worked on them, digital imperialism's power grab is both simpler and deeper. The capture and control of human life itself through data that can be extracted for profit. And now, these companies are expanding their reach over our digital world and soon coming into the physical. Now, as Africans, we have an intimate knowledge about the impact of imperialism. We understand how it walks, how it talks, and how it feels. But what if it felt different? What if this time imperialism felt like the freedom to live life on your own terms, in exchange for something you never really think about, your data? Could they fool us into signing on the dotted line? Could they fool us again? Now, history will only repeat itself if we let it. Now, am I calling for a digital revolution? Of course not. Well, not exactly, because one, I like my phone, and two, there's a funny thing about revolutions. It's just a 360-degree turn to end up right back where it started. We are calling for an evolution in how we relate to our devices, and an evolution in our understanding. Thank you so much for watching Fool Me Once, the show where we explore digital imperialism and all its quirks. Thank you for joining us this week, and in our next episode, we discuss and define data and digital imperialism, before getting into how the internet, a new space, came to be colonized. Thank you for watching, and remember, they're watching and learning, but so are we.